Actually, this year there's been two that actually get me. One was right at the beginning of the summer, which I thought was quite interesting, was the whole relaunch or refresher of Hunky Dory's, and what they did coming out, with their whole thing is, are you looking at my crisps or tackle these? I just thought it was quite, I guess, zany that they came out that way, because what they actually did was very smart on two levels. They actually brought out this whole thing where they would go against the RRFU and get a lot of free publicity. So I got a lot of bang for their buck for very little money. But the other thing they did is they engaged a whole new audience, because they had all of these very scantily dressed women online that you can go in and pick, I guess, your favorites and all that. So they really engage people through social networking, and I thought it was an amazing way to do it. The other one that's really probably getting me right now, especially coming into, I guess, the fall of the year, it's run through the summer and it was nice and refreshing, was the whole thing, I'm watching you, Mr. Birdseye there. And that polar bear sitting there, he actually knows your name when you open up, and he actually sits there and explains to you why you're buying the wrong product and what attributes his products actually have. I think it's an amazing thing because it actually engages the consumer, and it's very memorable. Over the last year, it's phenomenal, and it's only the early stages of what it's actually done, because what it has done for brand awareness is actually, for the first time ever, it's given a platform for the consumer to actually feel like they own a brand. And once you feel like you own a brand, you start telling people about it, because you're also seeing a brand through your own eyes. It's not like traditional above-the-line advertising where we're being told what's good about the brand, and we can decide to buy into it or not buy into it. This one actually gives us the opportunity to let the consumers buy from their friends and listen to it and set up fan clubs. Look at the likes of Barry's Tea, hugely successful. I think there's about over 16,000 brand fans that are involved in that. These are brand fans that probably Barry's Tea wouldn't have had in the past before. So I think the whole idea of the internet is unbelievable, and what it's doing for brands and the opportunity for the future. What an opportunity. No other country. How is Ireland so lucky is the question I ask. A major brand like M&S, like, to me, the queen mother of all retailers, we all want to emulate it. Actually, possibly, and it's what they're saying, that they're going to open up their shelves to real brands as opposed to their own private label. And the talk that they're saying is they actually might want to test trial it in Ireland. That gives an opportunity for an Irish brand that's been sitting here having a tough time trying to deal with the buyers to get shelf space in its own country. The possibility to be, as I would call it, the Radio City Music Hall of stages to be on a global thing. If it works here, they'd have the opportunity, if they act like a real brand, an international brand, to possibly move into the UK and beyond where all the other M&S outlets are. And it's a great place for Ireland to be at this time if M&S decide to do this. Okay, well, the key thing, as we spoke about in the question earlier, that social media, social networking is going to be key. The nights are getting longer. Staying in is the new going out. People are spending more time online. What we were talking about there about people engaging with brands and all that. But I look at, probably the big spin-off of something that's just happened in the last week was the final of the competition, Your Country, Your Call. I think, and I have read actually in the newspaper over the weekend as well, there's a lot of people looking to emulate that and to copy that. So maybe what we'll have is a knock-on effect almost similar to the types of an X Factor type of a thing, which is a great thing. But there's an opportunity here, and I think the only people that ever probably have ventured into it that I can remember was 2 years ago, Walker Crisp opened up their door to say, look, tell us what the next flavor should be, and held a competition. But through something like Your Country, Your Call, that was such a success, the brands themselves can actually use this to engage people a little bit more, to get them involved and say, where should this brand be? That'll actually involve people more with the brand going forward.